Jensen.
Ole! Yes!
Nice to have you here.
Wie geht's?
Yeah, you remember you played at the store with us here? That was a good time, was it?
It was outstanding. It was awesome. If you weren't there, be there next time.
So you're very close with Gibson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
Gibson
close.
Product specialist,
That-
expert.
One of them.
Yeah.
One of them.
Yeah, pretty much. So
Yep.
what you show here today is Gibson Memphis.
We're going to talk about Memphis.
It's kind of a custom shop, is it?
Yeah, it's like
It's not Gibson custom,
well,
but
actu-
it's custom shop.
Actually, they were custom shop before custom shop. So there you go. So
Yeah.
it's kind of been like that. So let's start with the obvious 335 here. Totally historic. Released in 58, of course. We've got the block inlay right here. Look at the inlays there. Rosewood, maple. They press the maple. There's
Did it
three-
change? Yeah, the block inlays are different, they're looking different.
Well,
huh?
yeah, they've gone with that for this year, just to kind of freshen up the look of it. We've got Burstbucker 1, Burstbucker 2 in this particular model. What's neat about, I actually got to go to Memphis a couple of years ago and see how they make these guitars. And the 3 plies of maple with 2 plies of poplar. They press it and it's hot and the machine's loud and it's sweaty and steamy. And the machines that are being used to make these guitars today are the same machines that made the guitars back in the 50s.
That's cool.
So there's a lot of mojo going into how we make the Memphis guitars. Pretty cool. We have an ES339 here, kind of the mini 335. Burstbucker 1, Burstbucker 2. One thing that maybe your viewers might not know about this guitar is I'm a Les Paul guy. You know that.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm starting to really love the sound of a semi-hollow through like a big crunchy amp. The size of this guitar will actually fit into a Les Paul case.
Yeah.
So that dimension, I don't know if the dimensions actually, it's really great. So if you've got like a double Les Paul gig bag, you can lighten your load. If you don't want to take the second Les Paul, bring the 339.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Let's move on down here. This is a brand new model. I'm playing this guitar a lot. This is the ES Les Paul. The pickups are what we call MHS, which are the Memphis Historic Specification humbuckers that are based on the Rusty Anderson model. His last year or 2 years ago, we came out with his 335 Blonde, and we put those pickups into this kind of configuration. This guitar really, this neck pickup is amazing. Alnico 3, Alnico 2 on the back end, and super light. I mean, it's awesome. It's maple.
Oh yeah.
But it's made to look like a walnut finish, and I'm really impressed with
It's a nice variation on a Les Paul.
It is,
Absolutely,
and it's really cool.
Yeah.
I do have a little bit of breaking news. The best-selling Memphis guitar traditionally has been the ES335, except this year in 2015, it's now the ES Les Paul.
Yeah.
It's kind of historic.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Transitioning from the ES Les Paul body, I was doing some. I'm friends with Gary Talent, bass player from Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band, and he had approached me with an idea for coming up with a semi-hollow to acoustic bass with a 3/4 scale. We worked on it. We did some prototypes with a 330 body, and in any case, this is what's kind of, I wouldn't want to say the end result, but it's still an ongoing process. Great bass, center block, 3/4 scale on this. There's actual flat wounds on this, and super light. I'm not sure what the pickups are. They just call them the bass humbucker pickups from Memphis. Again, you can kind of see that walnutty kind of look, but it is maple, and we're using open back with the open back
Rip shot.
rip shot, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm really thrilled with these models.
So it's semi-hollow. Again, it's
Yeah,
pretty much a big thing here. Yeah.
Yeah, center block. I don't know if it's a fad or a trend. I mean, Grohl's playing a lot of semi-hollows.
Yeah.
I think he probably maybe hanging out with Josh from Queens or something. But I'm just really liking the crunch lately of how a semi-hollow reacts with pedals and with high gain. It's pretty cool.
So historic.
Historic. Well, yeah, you know. Yeah, there you go. 59 dot TD, just absolutely exquisite. This also has the MHS humbucker configuration. Again, let's take a look at the back of this. See, I mean, they're maple, you know. I mean, and that's how they do it there. So I got the clues on.
They changed the binding material here some years ago to make it more authentic.
That they did. Yep. It's really they're you know, they're really kicking ass in Memphis.
I mean, it's always about that. So getting more authentic.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, and literally the machines that are making this guitar, they're the same machines that actually made the 59. You know, so we're just applying today's technology with the mojo of the older machines, trying to constantly strive to make it as authentic as it was. If we could turn back time, or if we could change the molecular structure of wood to make it smell like it was from 1959, we probably do that too, but we're not there yet. So I want to show you a guitar here is really cool. This is a kind of prototype-ish here. This is the
and it's a semi-hollow again, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, center block. Yeah. Let's pull this down. Really killer. Look at a center block with 3 pickups on it, and of course everyone's saying, well, where's the Bixby? Because I mean that would really, it's just really just outstanding. They go with the Grovers, and they're kind of VOS'd on the whole Grover thing. You can see, it's just great. But true with the binding, they've gone back. They've kind of redone the binding a little bit, and that's just an exquisite guitar. I'm not sure when this guitar will be available, but the fact that it's here, obviously, it's in the pipeline. So that's what we got here from and of course there's the P90 variation.
So it's all about semi here. All.
Yeah, I think so. It's pretty cool, you know, and the fact, I mean, we've had the designs forever, but now we're into it, and they sound great. I really recommend your listeners to go and seek out the ES Les Paul, and just start with a light crunch, but don't go to the treble pickup right away. Go to the neck. Start with the neck pickup, and then get into it. And it's really, you know, player to player. It's just really, it's a very, very lovely grain. It's just a great design. I'm thrilled with it.
Okay, so that completes new stuff here
At Memphis.
Okay,
rock.
So let's jam in the store again.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. Next time.
When and where?
Ja, wir sind noch nicht ganz fertig. Jetzt habe ich mir noch mal Mike geschnappt. Er kommt natürlich direkt aus Memphis, von Gibson Memphis. Hey Mike.
It's great to be back.
Nice to have you here in Frankfurt, yeah.
I love Frankfurt, and it's a great show.
Absolutely.
It's a wonderful show.
Yeah.
I'd like to show you some of the guitars we brought, and some new guitars from
For the
Gibson
Messe.
Memphis.
Yeah.
For
And
the
of course,
Messe.
you are the Gibson historic guy for Memphis,
Yes.
for Gibson Memphis.
Yeah.
So you'll show us a little bit about the
we'll
specking.
We'll look at a few of these things. Yeah.
Cool. So let's start.
It's all guitar, so we love it. But let's start over here. I'm going to come down with a new Les Paul line, which this has only been out since about May of last year. And this year, just for the Messe, this is the first time this has been introduced, we have a VOS ES Les Paul. It's got the new pickups, the MHS humbucker pickups. These are what we use with Rusty Anderson's 59. We developed them with Rusty. They're a beautiful pickup. They're not potted. They're a little bit underwound, mismatched.
So very open sounding.
Oh, very open, and they sparkle. At the high end, they've got this beautiful sparkle. Wonderful.
That's cool.
And then also on this guitar, we have a slim neck on it. Most of our Les Paul necks are a 59 shape, a little bit thinner, but this is actually just a little thinner yet, a little more of the 60 neck. Very comfortable. Then let's jump over here. P90s. I love P90s. And again, these are MHS P90s. And we just this year started winding them with 43 for the Les Pauls. Usually we use a 42 gauge wire, a little bit underwound, and it gives it that old sound, a little bit softer. And with a 43, they are a little edgy, so it's got a little bite to it. They sound really nice. And of course, on this one, the gold top it's iconic for a Les Paul. And the only thing that's different is it's a 6-pound Les Paul. So there you have it. Yeah. Let's move down here to some of our historic lineup. And in this year, in the historic, let's walk all the way down. We did two major changes. Our plastic wasn't quite right before, so we now have a 45-degree bevel on our pick guard, which to an average person, it's like, so what? But if you're historic, if you're a collector, it was one of those details that just helps dial it in. You know, it just makes it a little bit better. But the biggest thing we did is we switched the bracing material. In 2014, because our 59 335 was so special, we had a fella custom cut Adirondack spruce for us. So quarter sawn, perfectly straight grain, no knots, perfect wood, and it sounds so good that this year we put that in every historic guitar we have, and it's magnificent. It's just that one more feature, because when you get just the right wood and you have just the right craftsman putting it all together so it fits perfectly, it's music. And that is one of the high points for me for what we're doing this year.
You can hear that.
Oh, you can hear it. You can just hear it when you plug it in. Yeah. So everyone here at Messe, thank you for coming by, and thank you for seeing the guitars.